Hello. So far, if we talk about the major powers in terms of natural resources and oil, people often think of the Arab Emirates or as a country rich in oil like Brunei. If you remember Venezuela, people only think of rolling mountains or girls' long-legged girl. But in addition to that beauty, Venezuela still holds a lot of valuable things. Today's video, let's find out why Venezuela has bottomless oil fields but can't get rich. First, Venezuela is a country located in South America with an area of 916,445 square kilometers. About resources, Venezuela has the world's largest crude oil reserves with 2,907.5 billion barrels. Natural gas reserves of 4.98 trillion cubic meters estimate the total value of the country's resources to $14.3 trillion. And in fact, Venezuela's economy has also experienced a golden age. From 1950 to 1980, this country was a power in Latin America. The people have the best standard of living in the area, but the good times don't last long. Then the oil crisis of 1980 dragged this country into the abyss. In 1984, the number of people living in poverty accounted for 36% of the population. By 1995, it was 66%. Until 1999, Venezuela had to switch to socialism and elect Hugo Chavez as president, with the desire to bring the country out of poverty. However, 20 years later, the economic and political situation of Venezuela remains unchanged. So what has led to this tragedy? Whether a country is rich or poor depends on the operation of the government. And the story of Venezuela's poverty is largely due to the merits of the president of this country. Since its heyday, oil has been Venezuela's main industry, accounting for 95% of its export revenue. At this moment, the government cannot take contingency measures to reduce dependence on oil in the future. Different from DuiBai, although it has much less oil resources, it is thanks to the timely investment policy, which these emirates have developed miraculously because in the 40 years they were in existence since their predecessor Hugo Chavez. He made a lot of wrong policies, like making it difficult for economic freedom. Nationalization of private enterprises. In good business years, the country also distributes free food to the people. However, if you don't work, you can still eat to the people who have a very dependent mentality much into the government. In 2014, oil price was at $100 a barrel. Countries massively exported, leading to a surplus of oil. But the surplus must be reduced in order to compete, so in 2016 the price of oil fell by 74%. Only $26 per barrel, and with a country as completely dependent on oil as Venezuela. This is a fatal blow to the economy of this country, which should have been after the oil price crashed. The government had to tighten spending. Then the president of Venezuela printed money massively, making the currency of this country lose more and more paper. According to the International Monetary Fund, in 2018 inflation in Venezuela reached a record of 1,370,000%. However, the inflation situation has not been resolved. The government continues to have policies. The more disastrous result is the tightening of the import of food and medicine, making it impossible for many companies to import these items. The goods are scarce, causing very popular items to increase in price. Now even spices such as salted sugar have become a luxury. And also because they are so bored with their country, nearly 2 million people in the intelligentsia have sought to move abroad to settle down. Venezuela again faces a big problem of brain drain and serious distrust. However, not only the people but also the Venezuelan government are gradually running out of cash. At the end of 2017 and early this year, the debt was $15 billion while the central bank only had $11.8 billion to reserve. So to pay off the debt, Venezuela has to take the gold reserves to pay, and of course all the reserves are taken out to repay the debt. Where is the money to care about people's meals? But not only the devaluation of oil. But there is another reason for the collapse of Venezuela, which is corruption. It is a fact that officials in Venezuela are very good at getting rich, but only enriching their pockets. Corruption is a national problem in Venezuela when Transparency International ranks this country in the most corrupt countries in the world. The national budget is instead invested in the development of the country, such as training drivers or building roads to facilitate transportation or supporting people. Then the mandarins are divided among themselves. The salary is low, but everyone has a nice house and a nice car. It is because of that has pulled the whole country back like that, but the wrong step of the government Venezuela. And national corruption has brought this country from the top to the bottom, and one thing is for sure. Venezuela's huge oil fields will also gradually dry up and bring no benefits, if this country doesn't find the right way. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to support IFACTS. See you in the next videos.